Coffee brewing? Check. Coffee with HDR on the big screen in the shed? Check. 15 minutes till coffee with HDR? Check. Oh, man. Oh. Yes, Mr. President. Yes, sir. Sir, with all due respect, we're getting ready to watch Coffee with HDR. Yeah, he's on 9. 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Yes, sir. I'll give you a call back in an hour. Thank you, sir. Oh, I tell you, nothing interrupts Coffee with HDR. Let's get on with the show.
Everybody give the Smyrna Cowboy a round of applause this morning. That has to be one of the funniest, one of the greatest intros ever for Coffee with HDR. He contacted me this week. I didn't see it until this morning. He put it together for me and sent it in. And guys, that is really, really fun. And you know, hey, Coffee with HDR is very important each and every Saturday morning here. And as he just told the President of the United States, who I'm sure I have to say, welcome to the White House. White House, welcome to Coffee with HDR. I'm sure they're watching right now on every screen at the White House and probably all across the government. So, welcome to Coffee with HDR. Guys, this is show number 119 for Saturday, April the 22nd, 2023. And today we're going to be talking about, as I've been talking with my buddies here for the past 3 days on text messaging, we've been talking a lot about riding gear and what kind of riding gear you guys have, what kind of riding gear you need. And I thought we would just bring it up in a show this week and just kind of use that to our benefit. Since, you know, these shows are based around what I find out through the week. So, first of all, you may be saying, and I didn't see you say it yet, but we're going to go through the intros first. And then we'll go right into the show. So let's go ahead and get on with the intros again. Thank you, Smyrna Cowboy. And if you missed it, you will see that again at the 30-minute mark. All right, let's go up to the top here. Good morning to Ron Kelly, Bob Nelson, a Bronco Ride, who is getting ready. We've got pictures from Bronco Ride sitting on the tarmac in an airplane. And good morning to American Airlines. Bronco Ride said he talked to the captain, and they're going to broadcast it throughout the whole cabin of the aircraft. Good morning, American Airlines, and all the passengers. I hope you have a safe flight. Good morning, Bob Nelson. We all prayed for you, and we are glad that you are back in the saddle. I seen your video yesterday, and it's good to see you out there riding again, my friend, for sure. Let's see here. Bronco Ride. Going down through here. Okay, I just see Bodine 52 in there. I talked to Bodine 52 this morning. Oh my God, guys, don't schedule a haircut when Coffee with HDR is on. What? Schedule your haircut and your appointments for 10 a.m., not 8 a.m. You can even do 9:30-ish. Give yourself time to get in the car and get there, but not 8 a.m., not in the mornings. But Bob is joining us right now from his comfort of his beautiful, beautiful truck. So he's out there joining us. Good morning to Chuck Henson from South Dakota. Dean C., Bob Nelson again. Captain Ed, good morning to you. Be the Rider PA says a rainy day here. It's always rainy days will get you down. Oh, sorry. Good morning. Bob says good morning, HDR and friends from the road. WS Keys on 3 is here. Good morning to you. Paul's in the house. Debbie's in the house with Mallory. Woof, woof. Mallory's ready to watch the show. Roglad Andy, good to have you on board. Judy, nice to have you in there. The real Jackie boy is in the house from way up in eastern Pennsylvania, high on top of the mountains, on the real Jackie Boy Mountain. Northern Adventures is in the house. Good morning to Toby. Bronco Ride, as I said, is sitting on the tarmac waiting for his plane to take off into the wild blue yonders. Bodine 52, Bob Nelson, Chuck, Larry is in the house. Good morning, Larry. Glad to have you on board this morning. Patrick is in there. Good morning. Will Henderson, how you doing? Let's go through here and trying to acknowledge everybody as you come through. Judy, Danny is in the house. Good morning to Danny. The real Jackie boy made it back from Ireland. Jackie boy's in Ireland. The ever so lovely Luilla had to smuggle me out because they wanted to keep me. And Minimoto made it. Good morning to Minimoto. So glad to have everybody in there on board. And I don't know if you guys remember a show or not. If you're above the age of 50, 55, you might remember this. There used to be a show on called Romper Room. And when I was a little kid, I would sit in front of the TV and we'd watch. And the very last thing, she would pull up this little mirror, okay? She would look at it. And all of a sudden, the little mirror would disappear, and it would be like one of them big bubble blowers, just a big loop. And she'd go, "Hello, Bronco Ride?" No, she'd go, "I see Bronco Ride. I see Bodine. I see Paul. I see Debbie." And she'd go, "I see HDR." And I'd be, "Hey, Mom, she said HDR. She's seen me." And it made you just feel like you were involved with the program. And that was pretty awesome for sure to be involved with that program. That way, how they would pull you in to the TV. Guys, we were kids. We were like, 6, 7 years old. We believed that she could see us. Wouldn't that be great today if TV can actually see you? And, if you're watching a movie or a show, like yesterday, I was yelling at the TV set, and Miss HDR said, "Why are you yelling at the TV set?" I said, "Oh, my God." I get so worked up because they fired somebody on a program I was watching. And I'm like, "No, don't fire. She's such a nice girl. Why are you firing her?" And, we probably all do that from time to time, I guess. But who knows? Who knows if you do or not. How was your trip, Jack? Patrick, I didn't. Oh, you mean Jack? Oh, the other Jack. Patrick, you're messing me up here. Well, I guess you'd say HER, but a trip to Ireland. Myself and Mrs. HER has been trying to go to Ireland since 2019. We booked it right before that big thing called the pandemic started. Was it the pandemic? Yeah, like pandemic, son of a damn it. And so we had everything booked. The only thing we didn't do was sign the final trip contract, and we don't buy trip insurance. And all of a sudden, the world came to an end. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Shut down the world. Shut it down. We wouldn't have been able to go anyway. So we have been trying now for the past 3 years to go to Ireland. But the damn airfare, guys, they're tripling and quadrupling this airfare. I think they're trying to make up for the year that they lost, or 2 years that they lost, Well, now they're saying nobody wants to be a pilot. Nobody wants to be a stewardess, which I don't know. They call them flight attendants now. Is that like a cute name for stewardess? Should be stewardess. Shouldn't be flight attendant. Leave words alone, all right? Sorry, been watching George Carlin. And, yeah. So pretty soon there won't be a whole lot of flying going on anyway. But, yeah, so we are not going to Ireland probably for the next 50 years. So, yeah, 50 years. Oh, shit, I'll be dead. Maybe I can have her send my body to Ireland, have it buried in Ireland somewhere. But I'm glad you guys made the trip. That's wonderful, for sure. It's always nice to be able to get away. Bodine said, it's like that ramen noodles HDR. I remember that show. I think reruns. Never watched it, Minimoto said. Just kind of go through there. Yeah, Bob, you're right. It's kind of like the ramen noodles. I mean, yeah, Romper Room. Real Jaguar said Romper Room isn't on TV anymore. It now exists only in my workplace. There you go. Yeah, for sure. Become a teacher. You'll learn all about a whole new Romper Room. Whew. Anyway, so that's almost over for now. Jackie Boy, yeah, Jackie Boy and the lovely Luella, welcome back home from across the pond there over in Ireland. I hope you had an amazing time. Hope you guys got a lot of motorcycle videos. I know you both ride motorcycles, so I'm sure when you're in Ireland, you rented motorcycles and you got some wonderful motorcycle footage to share with us. I hope so, right? We looked at a couple different trips over to Ireland. One was that you could fly over and just rent a car and kind of go on your merry way and have a good time. Another one was, and I don't like these trips. I don't know if it's what you guys took or not, but I mean, if you did, I mean, this is my personal feelings. They had one trip where you go over and you can actually like get on a tour bus and you go, and I don't like those trips because they're like, the tour bus is now pulling into this rest stop. You will have 10 minutes to relieve your bladders. Then you will be back on the tour bus. You know, or you come to a nice attraction, maybe a restaurant. Attention, people, all of you can get off the bus here. Go into the side door, and you're going to be eating dinner with everybody else on the bus that you don't know, don't want to. You will have approximately 1 hour at this stop, and then if you're not back on the bus, you're going to be left behind, and you're going to have to find your own way home. I don't like tour bus trips. I think it's too rushed, man. It's too. I like to go, even if you rent a car in Ireland, rent a car, you know, because if you find someplace you really like, you can stay, you know, 3 or 4 hours. If you find someplace you really don't like, you just jump in the car and leave again. You don't have to wait for everybody else to be like taking pictures, you know, like I can't say that. Like a tourist, okay? You know, people all there taking pictures of everything. You get home and delete them all. So anyway, the scary thing that they probably are watching us through the TV. Chuck said they're probably still watching us through the TV. Believe it. Believe it, believe it, believe it. They are watching you. Not only that, guys, if you carry a cell phone around with you, everybody's tracking your butt. They're tracking your butt. I'm just telling you. Most of too many people are being jerks. Staff is leaving the service industry. Ricky KM, good morning to you. Transport technology is right around the corner. Transporter technology. And that's what I'm waiting for. Windroad Therapy, good morning. I'm waiting for the old Star Trek thing. Beam me up, Scotty. And they beam you into particles and they send you through space. That's the travel I'm waiting for, right? Where you could just stand in your living room, all of a sudden, boom, you're transported, and boom, you're right to wherever you want to be, right? No charge. Perfect technology. They are working really hard, guys, and there's a lot of 3D technology going on. 3D, yeah, 3D technology with the Meta. The Meta 3D technology is gone. So that was built by Mark Zuckerberg, who never had an original thought in his lifetime. But anyway, that's another story. So, but Google is coming out with something now, and Apple is working on something really, really big. But here's what my vision is. So you put those goggles on. Did you ever see The Matrix? You sit back in the chair, and they plug you in. They're going to stick this rod in your neck, right? And you lay back in the chair, and you go to sleep, and your whole body, it will feel like you're in another country. It will feel like you're on a cruise ship or something, but you'll actually just be sitting in your chair. Your body will be there, but the whole immersed experience, you will be somewhere else traveling. Imagine in the wintertime, guys, no more parking your motorcycles. Sit in your chair, close your eyes, and you're out on the bike riding through the country. And it's going to be an immersive experience. You're going to feel that you're there. When you come back, you'll have stories about where you've been. You'll have memories about where you've been. But you'll never, ever again have to leave your house to go on a trip. That is some safe vacationing there for sure. Let's see. Morning countdown to 120th. Be the Rider PA said, yeah, we're on 119. Hopefully I make it to 150 shows. That's one of my goals in my life. Big Dog PA, good morning. Glad you made it in here. Nice to have you on board there. Sound effects and voice impressions and car with HDR. There you go, Northern. I got a lot of sound snippets I can give you. Believe me. Chuck Henson, I wish they could transport about 20 pounds and not bring it back. Chuck, I've been fighting the same thing, my friend. So wintertime is nothing about putting weight on, man. That's what I do. I put so much weight on now. I got on the scale the other morning. It said, please get off me. Please get off of me. I was like, excuse me? It said, tilt, 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 tilt. My scale was yelling at me. It's a digital scale with a little speaker on it. I was like, oh my God. So, yeah. Then I went to the doctor's office. What's the first thing you do when you go to the doctor's office? Please get on the scale. Are you kidding? Please get on the scale. We have to weigh you. My foot is hurting, not my stomach. Get on the scale. Really? Do I have get on the scale? Oh, okay. I'll get on the scale. I got on their scale and I looked down and I said, that scale's wrong. That's wrong. That's not right. This scale has been calibrated every month for the past 20 years. Well, you need to buy a new one. Yep, it's not right. So, fat, fat. I don't know. Fat is in, right? Fat is in. The bigger we are, the better we look. The bigger we are, the better we feel. The bigger you are, the less hungry. That's not true because I'm always hungry. I've been eating so light lately. When you try to live on, get this, 1,000 calories a day. So you try to live on 1,000 calories a day, you get a little hungry at night, and that gets a little bit old, but I do. I've been eating actually like here's typical day here at work. So we get 2 breaks a day with the students. So we take the students to the break room. The teacher I used to work with every day would buy a small bag of chips, like a lunch-sized bag of chips. But we did that twice a day. I looked the other day, those are 160 calories per bag, right? 320 calories total. So now I take a small cup of yogurt, okay? Greek yogurt. I don't know why it has to be Greek. It's just on the label, Greek. Probably come from the U.S. Should probably say U.S. yogurt. I don't know what the difference is. So I've been eating that. It's 80 calories a cup. So now I'm saving about 160 calories a day. So just little things, like for breakfast, instead of having 2 eggs, 2 pieces of bacon, and 2 slices of toast, have a couple sticks of celery, right? It's really, really good for you. And it really doesn't produce a lot of weight. So celery is really, really good. Just 2 little stalks, not the whole stalk. I cut them in half. So it makes your body think you're eating more, but 2 stalks of celery, really good for you in the mornings. For dinner, just have something baked or broiled, no fried anything, okay? Just throwing that out there. So, with that said, technology is running mankind. It takes place of people actually learning how to interact with people. And Roguelite Andy, you are absolutely right. I love technology. I teach technology. I've been doing technology for 28 years. And there are days I wake up and I wish technology never existed. Now, this is cool, right? Whoever thought 25 years ago you guys would be sitting all over the world watching me coming out of a little corner piece of Pennsylvania live. And I can do this out of my house. I'm not doing this, in a big studio in New York City. I'm not doing this in a big studio in California. I don't have like big internet lines or anything coming in, right? So that's awesome, though. That's pretty cool how we can get together every week and have these shows. Is Mrs. HDR hiding behind the curtain behind you? It keeps moving. It keeps moving because I have a fan on. So it's not air conditioning weather yet, so we didn't put the air conditioners in the windows. Yes, we still use window air conditionings because like everything else, everything is going up. I went to buy one of those compressors for outside. I don't know what the hell you call that thing, but the thing that sits outside hooks to your furnace. And a few years ago, it was, I don't know, $2,500. Now the only ones I can find are anywhere from $6,000 to $8,000 for that compressor thing. The only problem is with Windows air conditioner, guys, is I'm getting older and I can't carry them up and down the basement stairs anymore. So that's a problem for sure. And to get whole house air conditioning, we have to have our furnace relocated into our new little gym that we built into the basement. I need the gym. It's cool in the basement to work out, so I don't need an air conditioner there. So, but yeah, that's the saga here. So right now I have a fan running. I've been up here since 4 o'clock this morning in the studio. I've been grading papers for school. I had to stack, no lie, about that high. And it dawned on me as I was grading them and putting them in the grade book that I think I give the kids too many assignments and too many tests because it's hard on me, right? I should just grade them we do give them 10 points for coming to school and breathing and having a pulse. You get 10 points for that every day. So that's that. But yeah, so that's why the curtain's moving. Let's see here. Greetings from Charlotte Airport. Ty from Tennessee is en route. Ty and his beautiful wife are heading off to Jamaica, Jamaica. Oh, I wanna take you. Bermuda, Bahama. Come to Jamaica. We can give you dreadlocks. We can make your. That's what I remember from. We were in Jamaica for a couple days. We went on, to Jamaica, and everybody that came up to me said, "Hey man, you want some ginseng weed, man? Ginseng weed, hey man." That's what they say. Hey man, that's everything. Hey man, like you go to Canada, eh, but their thing is, hey man, you know, and then you start talking like that. And then you come home, you're like, hey man, and they're like, what? I love Jamaica, and guys, I don't know where you're going, but if you get a chance, walk up the Dunn's Rivers Falls. Dunn's River Falls. Remember that, Ty. You go up, you walk through the falls, and you walk up the falls. It is the coolest experience. And these guys are with these camcorders. Back then it was camcord cameras, whatever the hell today, right? And they got bare feet on. They're jumping across the rocks, filming you, right? And they're filming you all over. And when you get to the top, you could buy it. They actually make a CD or a DVD, and you can actually buy that DVD. I'm sure today they'll actually send it to you over the internet. So, but it is the coolest thing, man. Check it out. Dunn's Rivers Falls. You're gonna absolutely love it. So that's my experience. You're the man, the myth, the legend, HDR. I don't know about that, Big Dog PA, but thank you very much, man. I do appreciate that for sure. Uh, Technology. Anybody remember Motorcycle Talk? Payne's Rides. Good morning. Is this a motorcycle channel? What the heck? Um, don't have to watch the movie Cocktail before going to Jamaica. It's a prerequisite. There you go. There you go. Ricky KM, good morning. I got married in Jamaica. Don't carry your own camera up those falls. Ricky KM, you know about the falls, man. Greatest thing, man. Great, great experience. We absolutely loved it. And you're right. Don't carry your. I don't even think. Well, that time I don't even think we took our cell phones with us. I think we might have left them in the safe on the cruise ship because they told us they will get wet. So Ty, watch your cell phones when you're up there. A waterproof GoPro would be fine, Ty. Hopefully you took your GoPro kits, and maybe your drone would be really nice up there. Get some drone footage of the Dunn's Rivers Falls. So yeah, Ricky, that's pretty cool. Can you get weed? Asking for a friend. There you go, Ty. Bring back some. Well, don't call it weed. Don't call it marijuana. Don't call it pot. Call it ginseng. I'm on. I want some ginseng. Ginseng, man. And buy it because it's perfectly legal in the United States, across the states, right? Because it's ginseng. It's not pot, not marijuana, not weed. There you go. New name for you. Let's see. So, and Ty, and no, Payne's Rods. Here you go. Here's an interesting fact. How much technology is on a motorcycle, right? These motorcycles today, guys, got computers built into them, got technology on them. I mean, everything in the world on these motorcycles, and just really cool technology there for sure. In my book, you are. Oh, thanks, Big Dog PA, man. I appreciate that, and I hope we do get to ride together. I know now we live close together, and you know all the areas around here where I ride, so I know we'll definitely be getting together soon, for sure. And I think I asked before. I don't know if you have an Instagram account or not, but that's the easiest way to contact me, so we can get together and do some riding for sure. And if we can, maybe we'll get Road Glide Andy out. Maybe we'll get Be the Rider PA to come out for sure and ride with us. Ty is my friend. We have things in common. Yeah, Ty's a lot of people's buddy. Ty is like that buddy down the street. He's everywhere. I asked him this week if I can use his likeness, his face on my thumbnails, because this face is made for radio, not really communicating face to face. You guys deal with me because you know me, and you're like, That guy's getting pretty old and gray. He's a little shaky now, you know. He's getting a little old and gray. It's funny, my kids told me the other day when I first started at the school, I started teaching 3 years ago. So this is my third year, and this is my tenured year. So I'll get tenure this year. After 3 years, you become a tenured teacher. And on my photo, they got these big posters or whatever. It has all my certifications on it. It has all my education on there. And they have a picture of us on these outside of our door. And the kids were looking the other day and said, Mr. HDR, you were a lot younger when you started here. I said, guys, that was 3 years ago. They said, look at your beard. It was all nice and black. And look at it now. I said, who do you think did this to me? Huh? They did. Yeah, that's what I told them. You know? And guys, don't get me wrong. I have some wonderful, remarkable students. When I have a sub go in the room, I had a sub go in there yesterday, and I get reports back that, you know, it's one of the best group of kids to work with. That's a great, great thing for sure, you know. So it is a good group of students. They're not learning the easiest tasks in the world. They come to me and say, is computers going to be getting is this class going to get any easier, sir? Because I feel that it's getting a little hard. I said, guys, it's just going to get harder because it gets more in depth over time. And the stuff we're learning and the stuff we're digging into now, it's just amazing that they stick with you and you know, and they stay on board and they listen to what you have to say. Now, with that said, let's go into a little bit of talk here. Did you know the computer on the Pan America makes 11 adjustments per second to the suspension? The motorcycle topic, there's motorcycle topic pushed. There you go. Thank you. So what happens on the Pan America if the computer goes out? Does the shocks just lock like, and then you can't move? You know, I don't know. I like manual shocks, man. Little bounce, you know. All right, let's do this now. What we're going to do right now is we are going to pause for station identification here at 8:27 a.m. And then that way we can get right into what you came to hear about today. I'm sure is about the right riding gear, and I'm on the fence with this. And I've been studying a lot of different riding gear, so I wanted to bring out my topic to you, my views of, and you guys are going to have way off the chart views. Some of you may agree, some of you may disagree, but stand by. Let's have this. Let's roll at the mid. Let's roll the mid-show commercial. Watch this closely.
Coffee brewing? Check. Coffee with HDR on the big screen in the shed? Check. 15 minutes till coffee with HDR? Check. Oh, man. Oh. Yes, Mr. President. Yes, sir. Sir, with all due respect, we're getting ready to watch Coffee with HDR. Yeah, he's on 9. 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Yes, sir. I'll give you a call back in an hour. Thank you, sir. Oh, I tell you, nothing interrupts Coffee with HDR. Let's get on with the show.
There you go. Once again, Smyrna Cowboy. Smyrna Cowboy, that was one of the most original, and I know a lot of you guys have sent these things in. I'm sorry, but that might be the winner. Ding, 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 ding. He'll get the Golden Globe Award. We'll call it the Golden Intro Award to Smyrna Cowboy from Smyrna, Georgia, who rides a wonderful looking Spider and has a wonderful time out there riding around. Yeah, so anyway, Chuck Henson got to run. Teaching EMT class this morning. Have a great day, everyone. Chuck, start the EMT class at 9:30. No, buddy, you take care, man. You know, I did that job for 10 years, man. EMTing and paramedicing for 10 years. Teach them well and let them lead the way. How about that? I made a song. Teach 'em well and let them lead the way. Show 'em all the beauty they possess inside. Okay. Anyway, so with that said, no wonder so many people leave soon because they're like, that HDR is an idiot, man. He starts singing, oh my god, he can't carry a tune in a bucket. So, the KTM does have an EFI that's complex as a car. Uh, you know, I don't know if you guys watch Saddle Tramp or not. Saddle Tramp, okay, not Scooter Tramp. Saddle Tramp in Mississippi. Okay, he lives in a house. A lot of times he even pulls all the electronic ignition stuff out of his bikes and he puts points back in because he said he understands it. The mechanical features of it doesn't go as array. It doesn't go as bad as electronic ignitions can go. And now he will tell you the other side, that electronic ignitions will last longer, far longer than points. He says that, right? And manual ignition. So is the technology worth it? Is the technology making our stuff last longer? And here's something I've been wanting to work on, and I don't like to give my thoughts away to you guys because I know you'll be doing a video on it tomorrow afternoon. We were recently, we went away 2 weeks ago, and we went to an old train museum. And it dawned on me that this is what's really interesting in life. We seen engines, cabooses, regular train carriers, haulers. And guys, these machines were built back in the 30s and 40s. Okay? These machines. The people that built these, that worked on these, that used them every day for whatever they needed to be used for, are dead, gone, buried so long. Hopefully they're in heaven making trains there. I don't know. But it dawned on me that the modern day machines, or those machines, okay, you know, are still here. They've outlived their creators. And nowadays, the problem is nowadays, and we're looking at technology, and I'm just thinking of motorcycle technology. The old panheads, the old knuckleheads, those Harley Davidson motorcycles, guys, they're still around. People can still ride those motorcycles. And I used to ride with a couple guys, and I had a friend that had a panhead. And I said, "Oh, my friend, he lives down the road from you." He goes, "Oh, you mean that guy that rides around that old clunky bike?" Guys, the old clunky bikes are where the Harleys came from, right? I know the new ones are nice. You jump on the new one, you hit the electric windshield on the Harley, and it goes up, and you got cruise control and automatic braking now. You sit on the hill and touch the brake, and it just sits there, and you can take your hands off, and you can stretch, and hopefully the computer don't go. Because if the computer goes, you're going to go backwards and crash into the car behind you, and you're probably going to get killed. I like holding the brake on. Or it's got like hydraulic clutches. Now they're back to cable clutches because they find out they don't know how to take care of the hydraulic clutches. Mine still works okay. Knock on wood. So anyway. But the old machines are going to last. Guys, I don't know if these new Harleys are going to last like the old Harleys did. I mean, people still have them. They're still classics. They're still around. The biggest thing I'm looking at here is how machinery outlives its creators, right? Look at buildings. I mean, do you ever look at a building they're tearing down in your city, in your neighborhood, or whatever, even a house, and think, how proud were the people when they were building that? And how much time and detail did they put in building that home, right? And then a bulldozer comes along, just bulldozes it, because somebody wants to build something new, which is evolution, right? We're evolving and we're building new stuff all the time. So, just trying to look here. Love paramedics. Ty said they put bikers back together. Ty, you're right, man. They do. Paramedics do put people back together. Good morning, 10 Wingman. Glad to have you on board there. Smyrna Cowboy for the kind words. Yeah, that was awesome video there. Very creative. We all talk about being creative, and that was outside the box, right? That was very good. Let's see. Painsworth said, I thought the Victory was about to bite the dust. It was having some serious trouble running. As it turned out, the battery connection had loosened up and was weakening the havoc on the systems. Well, I'm glad you got that fixed because that is a wonderful looking victory, and I love the new shocks, and I can't wait to hear more about those when you're out there riding. So for sure. When you're at therapy, said good morning, Soulfire. So, good morning, Soulfire. Good to have you on board there this morning. Glad to have you in there with us. Mine is a 2008. I'm staying with it. Big Dog PA says. Um, yeah, it just. I mean, yeah, I am too. I mean, mine's a 2018, and you guys probably know I'm looking for a 2014 Indian. Uh, I believe it's the Indian, and Paul can tell you. It looks like Paul's bike. It kind of resembles a Road King, Indian chieftain, and I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about, but I'm looking for a 2014 to 2017 maybe. But Miss HR wants those brown seats and the brown fringe. So I told my daughter that the other day. I said I was looking for once the Harley's paid off, which is very soon. I'll be telling you about that. That we are looking at another motorcycle. And she said, "Well, who needs three motorcycles?" I said, "Shut your mouth. What are you talking about? Who needs three motorcycles? I don't know. No, what I really told her was this: if friends come over, like my buddy Henry, if he comes over and he doesn't have a bike right now, I say, Henry, let's go for a ride. He could jump on any one of them and we can go, right? He probably would take the Indian because it would be more to his liking. He doesn't like the big tour packs and the big fairings like the Road Glide. So I'm pretty sure that would be the case. So, oh yeah, the Indian Springfield. I don't think it's a Springfield. Chieftain Classic. I don't know. I'll let you know when I find one. We have pictures of one. We did a video of us out test riding one. We found one. They said the magic word at the very end of the deal. This motorcycle, we're selling it to you as is. And I said, I'll see you later, because we were buying it from a Harley shop. And he said, and I get it. They didn't have any tools to work on the Indian. They didn't know how to back an Indian. They took it in on a trade. And they just wanted to dump it. But when he said as is, I said, I'll see you later. Because, at least give me a 90-day guarantee that's going to stay running, right? I don't know. I mean, something like that. It was beautiful. It was exactly what we wanted. She liked to ride it, but it needed to have a passenger backrest on it, some kind of like a sissy bar on it, because she was riding without one. She was holding on to me with dear life, man. So, anyway. Yeah, Chief Vintage. There you go, Paul. That's what it was. A Chief Vintage. So that's what we're looking for. 2014 to 2017. If you guys can find one in your area, let me know. We will travel as far as we need to pick it up and bring it back here to the lovely southwestern Pennsylvania. So, but we're not going to actually be buying or looking for 3 more months. Give me 3 more months, and then I'll be seriously looking for that other bike. Now, here's the problem: if I buy a third bike, this is a big deal. I might have to leave my car parked outside. And guys, I'm kind of spoiled, because in the wintertime, I don't scrape my car. I don't have to clean off snow, nothing. We just pull out the driveway and we go down the road. And the car's kind of warm, so, but anyway, my thought for sure. All right, so the last part of this show, and I'm going to get your take on this, because we've been talking a lot about it. Myself, if you watched... he's not here this morning. I shouldn't even mention him because he's not here. Pete's Adventures. He's not here. Why am I giving the guy credit? Anyway, Pete just put out a new video about gear that he's riding and using to take with him to Alaska. So we've been in this big conversation about riding gear, motorcycle gear. Now, as many of you may know, or you may not know, for several years now, I've been working with a company called Helmet House, helmethouse.com, okay? And working with the company, they actually send us Tourmaster gear. So they sent myself and Miss HDR Tourmaster jackets, right, with the liners in them, with the pad, with the Kevlar elbows and all that stuff, and the pads in the back and the pads in the front, and they are, I forget that material's called now. Anyway, breathable, right? They got zippers on them. We can take the liners out, put them in, and they're waterproof. So sent us both jackets. Well, when I got the ADV bike, right, when I bought the Himalayan, I contacted them again and said, hey guys, if you would like, I said, I am kind of in the need for riding pants. And I said, so they sent me their whole line of riding pants. Says, HDR, pick what you want and we'll send it out to you. And I said, I'll do a video on it, recommend it, if it's good. So, I mean, guys, Tour Master in itself cannot be bad. There's nothing you can say bad about Tour Master. It's a wonderful company. They've been around since the 1800s making riding gear, and this stuff is solid. Okay, so now you may talk and say Tour Master is some of the best gear. Tin Wingman, thank you. You're right. The best riding gear is the Hoddle to ride two up with. Hottie. I got you, Ty. Yeah, you're right. That is good riding gear. Gotta love those brown leather saddlebags, Paul said, and we do. We really love that brown stuff. Uh, so anyway, so back to the riding gear. So yeah, Tour Masters is what I have. Okay. Now, they fit. Well, they don't fit my big fat stomach anymore. I mean, I don't button them, and I don't zip them. But I got suspenders that came with them, so I put those on, and they stay up okay. They do zip to the Tour Master jacket if you want to. I haven't tried that yet. I guess guys say that keeps it together. But what I'm going for here is I have a Tour Master 3/4 jacket I bought in 1985, still totally functional pants. Right? I said, yeah. So Tour Master does last. Now you may say, okay, well HDR is Tour Master expensive, and it's really not. The pants themselves are like about $140, maybe something like that. The jackets will cost you. The ones they sent us are like $250 or so, $200-ish, something like that. So you know, and it's funny working with a reseller because they don't own Tour Master. They don't, they resell Tour Master. So, but I do put their name out there, Helmet House, because it's a really good company, right? They've taken care of me really, really well. They also work, and I know they work with Bodine 52, and I'm not sure if they work with Bronco Ride or not. I'm really not. I think Bronco Ride's pretty much purchased off his stuff. So just to throw it out there, so they do work with a couple folks, and if you contact them, they may work with you. Absolutely. But you got to put your name out there, and sometimes you just got to ask. These dealers and these companies are seeking out influencers, and it doesn't matter sometimes if you have 100,000 subscribers, if you have 100. What they want to do is get you out there and get you able to show some of their stuff off to your people that watch you, right? So they don't really care. Because think of it this way: if they sell no Tour Masters this week, or if they give you a jacket and all of a sudden you do a video on it, and you have, I don't know, 500 subscribers, 200 of them buy a jacket, you just sold 200 jackets for that company. It's a win-win for them. They can't lose, right? It's a write-off for them, and it's a win for you. So because you get to demo something. Anyway, what I'm talking about here is there is another, and I don't have it pulled up here. I'm going to try to pull it up as we're talking. I don't know if this will work or not. We're going to try it here. So there's another company out there right now. Here it is. Pick up where you left off. And this is on Amazon. And this stuff is called HWK. HWK Motorcycle Gear. A riding jacket. Now get this. A riding jacket with all the full protection in it. All the full liners in it. It's also waterproof. It's armor foam padding. It has impact protection for the chest and the back. It has Cortico fiber, okay, waterproof Cortico fiber, and it's mesh. So it's also a mesh jacket with zippers. And you could buy these for $60 brand new on Amazon. If you're listening to this show, write down HWK. Now they have whole sets. They will sell you a whole set. Jacket, new riding gloves, and pants. The whole set for $143.97. Okay. Now you might be saying, well, HDR, why are you bringing this to us if you're bringing us, this Tour Master stuff and Helmet House? Well, because I want to give you options. I don't think anybody should have to go out there and spend, the very most maximum amount of money, and you think you're getting the very best product. You're getting the name, right? We talked about this with helmets. I did a video on this about helmets. And I talked about name brand helmets compared to stuff that is not name brand. Now, I can tell you 100 times over. Here's one thing I can tell you: is a Harley Davidson new boombox GPS better than a Garmin? Well, Garmin's got a big name too. Is better than uh, an ABC, ABC GPS? No, it's just the one on the Harley Davidson has more of a name, right? It has more of a presence. So that's what you got to think about. But um, yeah, Tourmaster boots are nice. Been wearing them. I wear. I can't remember the name of the boots. I sent them to Bob too, and he really loved them. Oh, yeah. Anyway, strikes me as being crazy. But the boots I wear actually are Gore-Tex, and the reason I wear Gore-Tex boots now is because of Road Glide Andy. And we were riding the van one year, and it started raining, and I got drenched, and my feet were soaked. He's like, buy Gore-Tex because it doesn't leak, and I'm like, it's waterproof. I said, what? And I am blown away by waterproof boots, guys. You have to have waterproof boots. Here's the complaint that I get all the time. Well, HDR, they're hotter. They're too hot to wear. Yeah, I don't notice that. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really notice it being any different. My leather boots really didn't allow a whole lot of airflow either. So, um, ABC might actually work, Paul said. Um, the big thing with the GPS on the bike is nothing hanging on your handlebars. And you're right, Ten Wingman. That is absolutely true. Guys, we love the Harley GPS, and I got the old. I guess you can call it the old GPS. I don't even know what it's called. Boom 5, Boom 4. I don't know anymore. I looked to upgrade my boom system from Harley Davidson. When they told me $1,800, I about had a heart attack. And Mrs. H actually did have a heart attack. I had to take her to the hospital. I had to do CPR on her. But that's crazy, right? What makes it worth $1,800, man? You would think Harley would say, well, you got a newer bike. Your bike is a 14 to an 18, I think, is what those old boom boxes, 14 to 18. We want you to be happy with your motorcycle. We want you to ride, and we want you to show off our new stuff. So they should sell this for like $500, right? They buy it from China. I'm telling you guys, they buy these things from China for like $25 a piece. And they sell it for $1,800. And how do I know they buy it from China for $25 a piece? Because at the factories in China, they're paying people $1 a day to work, $1 a day, and that's a 12-hour shift, right? So I'm just putting that out there for you. So cheap labor equals cheap wholesale pricing for the company and equals inflated pricing for us, the purchaser, right? The consumer. So, all right. What makes the new Harley worth $30,000 and up, Brian Richards? I don't know, Brian. I don't know. Um, I don't know. I don't have the answer for that. I can tell you guys, I bought the Royal Enfield Himalayan, and out the door, I think it was under 7,000. Let's say $6,500. Everything, tax, title, plates, transfer, all that stuff. And I have just as much fun on that motorcycle as I have on the Harley. Now, will I take it touring? No, probably not. That's not what it's built for. But just to go out riding around here, guys, I smile and I have a good time. I beat my little horn. Beep, 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 beep. That's what the Himalayan sounds like. Beep, 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 beep. And I'll do it one time on a video. I'll let it beep for you, and I'll let you hear that. So, but anyway, so a little bit more into riding gear. Then we're going to move on here to one other thing I want to talk about. I got to tell you about it because it's been bugging me. So on the riding gear, so I watched the guy's video, and he strongly suggested this Amazon riding gear. He said he's been using it now for like 5 years, and he's been totally amazed. It's held up. It hasn't ripped. It doesn't leak. It's comfortable to wear. So that's why I said, and now will I buy the Amazon gear? Maybe. I'd like to buy a pair of pants that fit me because, I got fat after, and, I hate for a company to send me something, and I email them back and say, look, guys, over the winter I got fat, and the pants that you sent me last fall don't fit me. So can you send me a bigger size? Like, how about the big, tall, like size 48s or something? You know, so they'll fit my fat butt for the next, 5 years. So pretty soon I'll be on that show, My 600 Pound Life. Yeah, I'll be on there. I'll be crawling it. I'll be like rolling into the back of a minivan. They'll be taking me to Texas to see Doctor Now. And they go, "You eat the whole pizza. Did you eat the whole? Did you need to drink 2 liter bottle of Coke too? But Doctor Now, it tastes so good. You're too fat. Don't taste good." Yeah, that's how he talks. You know, he's real soft like that. And yeah, so I'll be seeing him pretty soon. Yeah, Wonder Ma, you're all right. But you have to realize, guys, and watch a lot of this manufacturing stuff out of China because there's only a few major players in China. But you're right. The ones that make plastic toys, not really the ones I'm talking about, but the ones that make iPhones, guys, watch that. The workers, they had 12 workers in 1 month jump off the top roof because the working conditions are so bad and they slammed themselves into the ground and they committed suicide. And watch it, I'm not lying to you. They actually put nets up around the building to cut down on the suicide rate. Imagine that. Imagine your building having nets on it because people are trying to kill themselves because you don't pay them enough money and you work them to death. It's on YouTube, guys. Watch it. And that's how these companies in the U.S. are making bank. You know what I mean? And all this money because, you know. Now it is. If you guys notice, there are some chip manufacturers. The government came out with a thing and said, "Look, we're gonna give $250 billion away to companies that want to make chips in the United States." Now, I don't know if they sell on, but there are companies out there building chip manufacturing plants in the United States right now. And that's going to be for the good, right? Open up a lot of jobs, and I think that's going to be really, really good. So, uh, watch the sizes in China. They run real small. If you're 3XL here, you will be 10XL there. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you for sure. Uh, let's see here. All right, the last thing I want to talk about here before I get off here. As you guys know, right now I have 10 YouTube channels. Now that's getting to be a bit of a stretch. It's getting to be really, 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 really hard. Um, I don't have time. I can't. And it's crazy because they're all getting subscribers and they're all getting this big push right now, and people are signing up for these new channels. So what I'm doing is, first of all, I don't know if you guys watch any of these or not, and I know Viper6 is really good at watching a lot of my channels. I have a channel out there called Photoshop Elements TV, and I have a channel out there called Jack's Tech Hut. Okay, those two channels, I'm going to take the content and I'm actually closing those two channels and I'm merging everything in with a channel that I just rebranded last week. So if you want to look for this new channel that I rebranded, what it's going to cover is photography, Photoshop, or photo editing. Okay, so you can learn how to edit your photos. I may or may not do some video editing on there. That's really not my forte. And there's going to be technology on there. Okay, and it is called Jack's Photo and Tech. Jack's Photo and Tech is that channel. Right now, there's like 21,700 subscribers on there or something. But I'm going to merge everything in instead of trying to make videos and putting them here, make a video and putting it there, and make another video. Okay. Now, I may or may not be joining a couple other channels, and that'll be coming to you soon, and you'll be able to see that happening. So stay tuned for that one. But the other ones are definitely. I got to close the other channels down. I'm making wrap up videos for the other two channels to explain to those subscribers. Please move to the other channel if you want to continue watching this great content that you came to this channel for, and and there's playlists over there, so I break stuff down. So if you just want to watch photography stuff, there's a playlist for that. There's a playlist in there breaking all the technology stuff down, and there's a playlist in there because I'm doing high level technology stuff too. Okay, and a lot of my students watch that. I have a lot of college kids go on there that's struggling in technology to watch those to help them out. Maybe they're in tech classes in college. So you may or may not know I was also contacted by a company, and I'm also designing a full entire Windows Server class. If you don't know what that is, doesn't really matter. But They want me to design a full Windows Server class, and I'm working on all those videos right now. So that's a ton of content. I try to do 3 of those a day, and you will not see those on YouTube. It's a paid for company where they get paid, I get paid, everybody gets paid, and we're all happy. So I am working on that content. So Road Glide Andy last night we were talking a little bit, and he's saying something about, well, you make hundreds of dollars on your YouTube channel. Go out and buy a 360 camera. That's not really true either. And he told me it's because he said, well, on your HDR channel, all you do is a live stream, and that's pretty much been the case for the winter. But I do have stuff coming up to put on here, and there will be new content coming out. So don't leave yet. Don't bug out. Don't unsubscribe to HDR here because there's going to be a lot of new content coming. So how about Jack's Tech and Photo? For short, you can call it Jack's TP. There you go. Northern, you're thinking today. I think the reason I took it and I made it Jack's Photo and Tech is because it started out as a full photography channel. And here's something for you. I told Bob this last weekend. So I started putting some videos up on there for Photoshop editing. Okay, it's actually Photoshop Elements. I've been teaching that since like version 1, right? I buy it myself brand new every year so I can teach the new version. And I used to do live streams like this every Sunday on there for 2 hours, a live stream. And what that was, it was actually me working on a picture and talking to the audience and them asking me questions, and I would click different things, and I would work on stuff based on what they wanted to see, right? Sometimes I would do live photo shoots. Mrs. HDR was my model. We had lights up here in the studio. We had backdrops, and I'd be doing photo shoot with her, and we'd have live streaming cameras on her. So they asked me to bring it back, and I was actually in some Instagram Messenger conversations with some of the people the other day, and they're like, "You need to bring those back." And guys, I don't know if I could do any more, right? All of us are doing so much now. So I don't know if I could do any more. I love that they want me to come back. I love that they like the classes. But I don't, you know, and I did it just to help people. I didn't get paid. Inadvertently, I got paid. I mean, sure I did, companies just like on motorcycle videos, companies started calling me up saying, hey, can you look at my editing software, can you look at my Photoshop plugins, we'll give them to you. People gave me like $500,000 plugins to demo and to show off. Inadvertently, yeah, you made some money that way with it. But anyway, so I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm going to be bringing some stuff together. Big Dog PA said, HDR, I got a 360 Max, it's overrated. I'll bring it over sometime and let you see it. Maybe you can help me figure it out. And Big Dog, as long as you have a tablet, I understand, to work with the video, bring it out. We'll play with it for sure. I love to see it. I love to see how the editing works. I think it's interesting. Northern Adventure said, switch from a 360 Mac to the Insta360. Better camera and better supporting editing software. There you go, Big Dog PA. Maybe you need to switch cameras, so sell yours off and maybe buy a new one. So Be the Rider PA is saying, everyone have a great day and everyone get out there and ride in the rain. I'll keep reaching out to vendors, and they tell me no. I don't think they like my face, Ty says. Ty, you got a face for TV, brother, and you just enjoy your trip for sure. And I'm glad, hope you have a safe trip. And at least I know you're going to post some Instagram pictures or something, or send us pictures, right? The text bros. The text bros will send pictures to each other. So thanks, buddy, for sure. All right, everybody, but I am going to cut out of here. So that is the future plans coming up here. I got a lot of work to do. Like I said, I've been grading papers since 4 a.m. Getting my class set up for next week is always a task. But did you ever do one of those things like you do it for the love of doing it? Definitely not the recognition of the paycheck. My guys that we talk and text there, and I told them how much I actually make a few weeks ago, and they all quit talking. But anyway, so I don't do it for the money, right? I don't teach for the money. I teach to get these kids what they need to send them off there on their future. And guys, we have 3 seniors right now. I got 3 seniors in high school. Yeah, 3 seniors They already got jobs. They don't even come to school anymore. They're actually going out and working on technology from what we taught them. And one's actually a junior, one junior and two seniors. That says a whole lot, right, for what I'm teaching these kids and getting them prepared. That they're not even in college yet, and they're already working in the industry. That says a lot, right? And I'm not patting my own back. I'm just glad that I can do it for them. So guys, thank you so much. And until next week, remember, Roger and Ryan, be safe out there. I will have a new video coming out, I believe, tomorrow morning. I got so much stuff going on there today. I'm glad it's raining outside because I don't even have an inkling to go riding today because it's pouring down rain. So I will be doing an editing of a video and getting a video out there for you tomorrow here at HDR. So I do appreciate that. Thanks. Take care, everybody. Have a great, great work week. If you can't, Smyrna Cowboy and Bob Nelson, have a great retirement week. One day I'll be able to say that soon. 5 years from now, I'll be able to say that. 5 years. Take care, everybody. Remember, until next time, ride your own ride. Be safe out there. Harley Day Rider, your good old friend HDR, will be down out in the beautiful HDR studios here in the dreary southwestern Pennsylvania. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for coming. I'll see you next week.